Hello, everyone. Good evening from the darkest timeline. Welcome to Reality Hour. I'm Adam Samuel, and it happened. My draft. I finally lost a draft. Joining me is my co-host, Grace. How you doing today, Grace?
I won. I'm doing okay. Tired. I need Thanksgiving so soon.
It's not even the finale, and I was shut out. Both of them just didn't even. Grace, how did Nelly make it through this? What happened?
I don't know. People are voting for him.
Well, look, I am still in denial. In my opinion, Carol Baskin is still the winner of the season. Like that is the headspace I am in. If you can't tell from all of this, that is where we're at. I am still in the denial stage of this process.
Thank you, Matthew, for congratulating me on my victory. At least somebody's happy.
Oh, God. Well, here we are, Grace, talking week 10, the week before the finale, Dancing with the Stars.
Semifinals.
We went from 6 to 4, and yes, we lost Johnny and Sky. Unrightfully so. I will just have to put it out there. But
I'm like Stan's Twitter, not gonna lie.
What was your reaction to all of this?
I mean, I felt the same way last week, and people thought I was being crazy.
What do you mean?
Because I was really upset when AJ got eliminated, and people were justifying it, and I was like, no, you can't do that. And now, I mean, people are blaming homophobia and racism, but I'd like to remind you that Justina is also Latina. So it is not a racist, homophobic way of voting. At least not on the judge's part.
Well, here we are, Dancing with the Stars. Did you enjoy the episode overall?
I did.
I think for me, the biggest takeaway, other than the results, was the fact that in the introduction, we actually have Eric in the wings. I think should I add? I think I should add Eric just for a moment.
Oh my God.
We both laughed for like a good 2 minutes in the pre-show.
I'm really, oh my God, Adam, what?
Eric, I'm in mourning for my two contestants on Dancing with the Stars. It even says in my hashtag RIP Team Hot Mess. Lost.
Although I will say, Matthew in the chat, he did say for our next fantasy season of Dancing with the Stars Showdown, we are actually redoing this season. So I could not be AJ McLean as I had planned to be.
Eric, would you want to stay for the episode?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. That he didn't
want. I mean, my biggest takeaway, other than the results, was the weird, bizarre fact that in the intro, they do the intro videos. So there was a scene with they were trying to get people to vote for them, and Johnny Weir is using a mouse as a phone. Like he was
trying to be funny.
Very bizarre, but it was like not addressed except for like this one moment where he like looks at it, like he's like, what's this person saying on the phone? But it's a computer mouse. I was just Eric, of what you saw of the episode, did you enjoy it?
Dancing with the Stars really isn't for me. It's what I'm discovering. But
it's a weird show.
Teach his own.
But it's fun.
But yeah, I mean, I think so. I watched before finalists. I watched for second performance, all of them. So I'm just gonna sit here quietly until you get to them, and then I will I'll give my thoughts.
Matthew loved the opening skit. I thought it was funny.
Opening skits is they're usually Tyra centric, which is annoying, or they try to be funny and they're not.
Oh, so for like all the Idol openings, so for basically like all the Idol skits, which is not funny, and
basically.
Well, Speaking of Idol, I guess since we're all here, and this is probably going to be the panel sort of for American Idol, Kellyanne Conway's daughter auditioning? What
I didn't
happened
see
there?
that. I didn't.
Yeah. So I don't want for headlines. And we're gonna get them.
Yeah, that's a big name.
And that's where I'm gonna leave it.
She's probably not even going to make the live shows.
Oh, but they are 100,000,000% airing her audition.
They're going to air her audition, but
and she'll make it to Hollywood Week, and then she'll get cut there. That's my guess.
Yeah, probably final round Hollywood Week, I could imagine. But anyway, Dancing with the Stars. So, you wanna get into our deep dive here, Grace?
Okay. I don't really have any headlines other than Cheryl blaming the judges.
Was there any more baby news?
No, Whitney's baby's not due till January.
All right. Well, it's actually kind of hard to see. Now the light's really. I'm gonna put these
I
back
have blue
on.
light glasses for that reason because I'm at my computer all day because of my job.
Do you teach with sunglasses? Like,
no, they're just. Hang on, let me grab them right in front of me. They're literally just they're slightly tinted, but they also make me look older. So.
And I can
makes it
totally see reflections in them.
Yeah.
Like this, I look like a motorbike. Like this.
What are you talking about?
I don't even know what I look like this.
You look like
that
Jeff from Family Guy.
Podcasted the year.
I look like who?
Jeff from Family Guy.
That also would have been me had we been podcasting the year that Bobby Bones won.
I mean, I gotta say, Grace went out and bought a crown, Eric. Like she's rubbing this in.
What? What was that?
Wait, you went out and spent money on a crown?
I went to Party City and got this for $5.
Okay, well that's fine. I'm like, if you spend $5 on it, that's fine. Any more than that would have been a little bit. I mean,
Adam spent $20 on his.
You've already spent $5 more on this podcast than I have put out. No.
Anyway, let's get into the actual performances and contestants.
Yes.
So, the first round was the redemption round, where they took a style they didn't do as well with the first time and tried to do not as bad this time.
Wait, that's an actual theme?
Yes.
Oh
and
my
they had
god,
one of
that's
the judges
mean.
mentoring them.
Can you imagine that on Idol? Like, do the song that you did bad. That would be like, I don't even know.
Well, at least with this one, it was a completely different, they changed the music and everything. They do actual encores next week.
Oh, so we're not doing the same song, but they're
doing their worst. They're doing
the same dance style, but they're doing a different routine to a different song.
Okay. So it's not exactly the same, at least. That's good.
No.
But we had Sky Jackson and Alan. Oh, God. My number one pick on the draft. Gone too early. But the performance itself, I thought this was okay. It wasn't... I felt like the first round of performances, in my opinion, they were kind of forgettable. There were not very many wowy moments here. This was kind of one of those examples. It was competent, but that's pretty much all I got.
I'm laughing at Matthew right now. He said basically the don't suck this time round.
I like that idea. What did you think of this one, Grace?
I feel like I would have redone her samba, but I'm not the judges. Plus, she did a samba last week for Dance Offs, and she won, so maybe that was that part. She did a really good job with this. It didn't really feel like a semifinal performance. There wasn't really anything wrong with it, though, but it really didn't wow me like I wanted it to.
Yeah, not much to say here, honestly. I feel like this was just, like I said, the first round, not too much really to go off of. But we move on to Justina and Sasha doing a tango. And I gotta say, I have no more horses in this race. I lost the full, how many? Was it 8 that we started out with? 7?
7 each.
If I've got to pick one from one of your Bozo team, that's me.
Bozo team.
More talented and better at winning on these shows. I would want, personally, I think, Justina to win.
Okay.
Yeah, this definitely was improved, but forgettable. Pretty much my thoughts for all of these. But what did you make of Justina's tango?
Well, first off, she ended up with Derek mentoring her, and I thought he had the best feedback out of all the judges. For sure. I mean, they all had good feedback, which, I mean, is refreshing for this show. Because on the other shows, they don't. I still thought it was a little bit hoppy, like Derek mentioned. I mean, the judges loved it, but they loved everything in this episode. I thought it was good. I am kind of sick of this song being done for tangos on the show, though.
Wait, was this the one? This was Roxanne?
Yeah, El Tango de Roxanne.
Roxanne! You don't have to put on that red dress tonight.
Those are not the words.
Roxanne!
And now, I don't know. And then you posted that Friends gif, and then I had the flashback of, there was an episode where apparently Sting's son was in the same class as Ross's son. They're trying to get him tickets to their concert. And then Phoebe was trying to sing the song. She's like, Ross can't get me the tickets. And that's what I was thinking of. I mean, hey, she got her first 10 for this, so go Justina.
I think someone sang this on Idol, actually. Eric, I'm going to have to defer to you on this one.
Yeah, Blake Lewis
was this
did it,
ever...
and it was terrible.
What I remember about that song was Juliet Sims on The Voice, on one of the 3 seasons of The Voice that I watched, did that song, and it was really good.
Oh yeah, she was awesome, for what I heard.
I just like it to randomly break out. Like, when you're ever in a mood, it's just...
He does this every podcast we do. Thankfully, I don't have music for next week yet, so there's nothing for you to sing along to.
Yeah. Matthew says, Tango was okay. A little better than her first Tango.
Yeah, it was better.
Well, Johnny Weir and Britt doing a Salsa Redemption. Yeah, this was another one of those kind of forgettable. Okay, but not too much to go off, really.
Yeah, I mean, he had Carrie Ann, who literally had to Skype in her sessions because apparently she had the flu or something like that.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the judges' pairings. What did you think of the matchups?
Okay, so Sky had Bruno, and I actually missed most of their mentoring session. We'll get more to him when you get to Nelly. Justina and Neve had Derek, and I thought he probably had the best feedback, but he has all season. It's very pointed. Julianne was the same way when she was on Dancing with the Stars. Yeah, Carrie Ann had the flu, like I said. And then Johnny and Caitlin had Carrie Ann. I was actually really surprised when Caitlin got Carrie Ann because the two of them have been at odds all season. But back to Johnny.
Right. Anything else to say on Johnny? I feel like we're going to have more to talk about.
It was more grounded because like the first time they said he was too high. This was definitely more grounded. Carrie Ann did point out that he got a little bit tangled in his turns. Like they were doing these underarm turns and they got a little bit tangled. But they did do a really nice job with it. So I was pretty happy with it.
Well, from there, we move on to Nelly. What could have been? Could have been Grace. I could have had one of them. Now. What?
We've been saying he should be gone for weeks now.
Yes, they're doing a Paso Doble. I will say, best week of Nelly's in the competition.
Oh, definitely.
But this would be like best week 4 or 5. Like now I feel we're a bit behind. Like this would have been good weeks ago. Yeah. I will say I love the song. This was from Umbrella Academy. A lot of songs from Umbrella Academy.
I don't have to watch because I won the draft.
Oh God, I have to read a Bobby Bones book.
Yes, that's the best part of this whole thing.
I'll let you pick which one.
Do I really have to review it?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh God. Well,
you don't have to be mean, but you have to review it.
It will be a bit of a while. I've got a stack of books, but it will eventually.
All right. So yeah, Run Boy Run.
Cop out.
There will be a review. It might be a live review because it takes a long time to edit those videos. But
and then we can troll you.
Whenever you get around to it, you're going to review it on an episode of Reality Hour.
Okay, that's
what you're going to do.
It would have to be at the end because. Anyway, right. Yeah, pretty good job from Nelly, but
much better. His shapes were a lot better. He was a lot stronger. Derek said he wanted more attack, but I mean, the song is more. I mean, this like Derek pointed out how heavily the song is on percussion. Is Nelly really better than a certain winner from season 27? Is he really better than him?
Yeah, what if Nelly wins? He's never been in the bottom two.
Well, none of them have except for Justina.
Wait, so there are three of them who haven't been in the bottom two, and Nelly is one of them.
Yes.
I'm gonna make my prediction right now. I think Nelly's gonna win.
I want him to win also.
I'm not, and I say that for two reasons.
It's like the Mickey gif, the Elmo gif of like him standing by the fire.
It would be very fitting for 2020. It would be.
That's one reason. Okay. Now, I have three reasons. First reason is that, what Grace just said. Second reason is he's the only name out of the four that I even recognized at all.
Me too. And Carole Baskin.
I didn't recognize her even. So I didn't watch Tiger King.
I gotta put the stuff back on. I gotta.
Okay.
Okay.
You do that.
Finish, Eric.
And the third thing is that of the four dances I watched, he's the only one I'm even gonna slightly remember.
Well, he's the only one that didn't have a contemporary in the second
I
round.
know, but I mean, I feel like people don't want the sad, depressing stuff right now in 2020, and I think that I just think that even if you can't dance, which even if the fact that I noticed there were some imperfections about dance is really saying something. I'm not trained to watch this stuff, but I noticed that there are some clear issues with it. I don't think it's going to matter. I think he's going to win.
I mean, I didn't think there was a chance in hell that the skeleton had of winning, and it happened.
I mean, he had a big fan base. Nelly has a decent-sized fan base. I think Nelly would have a bigger fan base.
Bobby also shares a lot of his fan base with Dancing with the Stars fans, the middle-aged, crazy soccer moms.
We'll talk about them a lot more during the contemporaries, which was basically what the entire round was, plus the jive. Let's talk really quickly about Neve and Caitlin. First, Neve and Jenna doing a foxtrot. Our first one of two straight tens of this round. Mm-hmm. I think Neve could win.
I hope he does. He deserves it more than the others.
I could honestly see any of the four winning, honestly, which is both reassuring and scary because, you know. But I think Neve would be, I mean, I think he's the best dancer left. I'll be honest,
Definitely.
like straight dancer. Him and Caitlin, I think, are the top two.
Definitely.
Yeah, I could see them being the actual top two in the end.
I hope so.
There's no.
What did you think of the dance?
Top two.
What did you think of his dance here?
I mean, I thought it was a little bit stiff, but it was clean. They were together. Foxtrot is probably my least favorite dance. But no, they did do a very, very nice job with it.
Not a fan of Foxtrot. They look too hard.
And this was a much better cover of Sign of the Times than the one on the Australian show earlier this year.
My favorite cover was Roxanne.
Falsetto at all.
Well, Caitlin and Artem, they're Pas Doble. I like this. It reminded me, I'm going to say this contestant, I don't remember his name, on America's Got Talent. He just played guitar really well. This was the song.
I know who you're talking about. I just don't remember his name.
This is my favorite kind of music on Dancing with the Stars, when it's just like the groovy kind of guitar. I love it. And I love the music for this. Who was it? Marcelito? He was cut like, I don't even know when.
Round two.
Look at
I
you.
know who you're talking about. I just don't remember his name.
We compared him to like Alejandro if he didn't sing. It was just.
Right.
Anyway, what did you think of that?
That was the Italian singer who did the two different voices.
No, he didn't do this.
Filipino. I don't remember his name, but I know exactly who you're talking about. Okay, back to Caitlin.
Eric's going to help me out.
Okay, right. I still thought it was a little soft, but it was really clean. A lot of people have said that she is the worst contestant from The Bachelorette we've ever had on the show, but people clearly did not watch season 1 with Trista Sutter because she got voted off first. And I think she's better than Hannah.
I was so freaking close. Marcin,
that's who it was.
Oh, he was good. But yeah. Anyway, for Caitlin, I just can't get excited about her. Like, I don't know.
I can't either, but
she's just kind of there. Like, she's talented, but I'm just. Wouldn't it have been more fun if Carole Baskin was there? Like,
No.
Yes.
See, Eric and I agree on something.
Only
Carol
because of this
Baskin
podcast. Only because
is the
of
unifier.
Podcast, not because of the show itself. But this podcast could have used a couple more weeks of tiger puns. So.
No, this is like, I don't know. Matthew, if you're still watching this, we need to do like a post-apocalyptic fantasy like all-star season. So we need Carol Baskin, we need Steve Wozniak, we need Master
Steve
P.
Wozniak is not post-apocalyptic. And you know it.
He got threes.
I'm just going to
I
say,
don't know.
Forever on the show.
I would want Carol Baskin on my post-apocalypse team. Like we would survive. We would have like the Tigers like following
strengths and stuff during the interview segments. It was great.
I mean, Steve Wozniak was at least funny. He just couldn't dance.
I don't care if he couldn't dance. But I don't care if any of them can't dance. So maybe I'm not the one to judge. But
no.
Well, let's move on to the round where now Eric can join the discussion.
New dances.
The new dances, the contemporary, the final stamp on trying to get into the live show. We have
4 out of 6 were contemporary.
I mean, not live show, the finale show. Yeah.
No, sorry, 3 out of 6. There was a jazz in there too. Yeah, no, I don't know. We've talked about like a post-apocalyptic AGT champions, and then it got me thinking of like it had Yumbo Jump, it had the Crumble Lady, it would have the guy who did the hand fart sounds.
Crumble Lady.
Yumbo Jump.
I said Yumbo Jump.
The wife who shot her like with the crossbow. Remember that?
Yeah, but they were actual AGT champions for some stupid reason.
I do have David Williams and Howie Mandel judging together, which would be like, no.
Howie Mandel would be an act. That's the post-apocalypse, right?
I will say, David Williams at least has made me laugh more than 0 times. I like him better than Howie.
Yeah.
Well, Justina and Sasha, they're contemporary.
Holding out for a hero.
First of all, this song does not belong as like a country song. This song just screams epic for me. Like I always think of the Shrek scene. Like I go to the gym and
everyone thinks of when they hear this song, and if they don't think of it, if they don't think of it, they're lying. Because
I think I told this story in the podcast before, but I actually bought the Shrek album just for that song, and I still listen to it like every time I go to the gym.
My family owned that album as well.
Good album.
We listened to Accidentally in Love about a zillion times in like a year. Not because I wanted to, but because my sister and brother wanted to, and I was sick of it by the end of it. So.
It's such a good album track. Grace, do you share our opinion on this song? Do you think it should be the way it is not the way it is, the way Shrek did it, than whatever this was?
I do prefer the original, but I mean, I have heard this version done on singing shows before, and I mean, the original would not have worked for a contemporary dedicated to Team Loco Motion. I did enjoy the dance; it was really nice. I kind of wanted it to hit me harder emotionally, but
it was kind of
really
dry.
Yeah.
I feel like it was so simple. Like Neve had so much more going on. This was my least favorite because I just felt. I will say I think Nelly was even better just for attention grabbing. Like this was just kind of fell flat.
I mean, for grabbing attention, yes, Nelly was better than all of them for grabbing my attention, but not in a good way.
Yeah. But also, like, a big part of Justina's appeal is that energy and that fire, and you can't do that in a tango and a contemporary. Although Sasha, I believe, has done more freestyles than the other finalists. He's never won. But this is his 3rd time in the finale, which is more than the rest of them have been there. So he has more experience with freestyles.
I miss Mark's freestyles. He was my favorite pro, I think.
Lindsey Sterling's freestyle was so great, and they lost. I mean, they lost because Jordan was better, to be fair. But that freestyle was spectacular.
Nope. Hashtag Grace was wrong.
I am 100%, if I'm editing this episode, which I'm not because I'm too lazy to, I would put in the clip from Toy Story with Tom Hanks as Woody saying, no.
Yes. Lindsey Sterling with the violin. Anyway,
All
let's
right.
let's talk Sky Jackson and Alan. This was the best version of Sky all season. I think.
Definitely.
It didn't feel robotic. It felt very in the moment. I don't know why. Contemporaries just always are the best.
It was a Viennese. She had a Viennese waltz.
Oh, same thing. They're all
not
kind of
the
doing the
same
same thing, but they're all doing the same thing. They're all kind of going for the heartstrings. It's the slow emotion.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
It was emotional. It was clean. It was her best dance. I am still not all that upset that she went home like a lot of people are. I think
Was she on Team Hot Mess?
Yes, she was his first pick.
Oh,
My number one.
fantastic.
My first pick went home last week.
Eric says as he's getting ready to crap all over my team. Go on, Eric. Tell me.
I didn't watch it, so I can't crap on it, but sorry.
But yes,
Where
Alan
did
is
Sky
not
go
coming
wrong?
back. She was very hit or miss. She had some weeks that were like real dingers.
Wait, what's up with Alan?
This was his. I mean, he is not coming back to defend his title.
He's returned? He's done?
Well, no, he won last season, and he's not in the finale this time.
Have there ever been more back-to-back winners?
Yeah,
Ever?
There's been a few.
Derek.
Derek's done it twice. Julianne did it. Cheryl did it. I think they're the only ones.
How many times did Julianne win?
Twice.
Back-to-back.
Yeah, 4 and 5.
Who were the judges? Who were the
Contestants?
whatever the word? Yeah.
Season 4 it was Apollo Anton Ono. He's a speed skater. Season 5 was Elio Castroneves. He's a race car driver. Mel B came in second that year. I so thought she should have won.
Who is her pro?
Max.
Mm.
Yeah, the finale was those two and Marie Osmond, who gave the worst freestyle I have ever seen on this show.
Even worse than Bobby Bones?
I never watched his. I did not watch that finale. I found out he won because I was away from home that night. I found out he won and I just never watched the episode. But I mean, he did the greatest show, so that automatically is like a 1.
Grace's prize should have been for losing. Punishment should have been for losing West, but should have been to watch that episode.
Didn't even think of that. Would you have wanted Ivana Lynch to win? Because that was who I was rooting for.
I wanted Juan Pablo to win, but he got voted off the week before. Out of the final 4, Milo was the one who I thought should have won.
Anyway, Johnny Weir doing a jazz. They were all kind of the same things to me. Like they're just the dancers are all kind of doing the same thing. This was set to "I Lived." It was very much one of those epic. Like, the anthem performance where they're...
Oh, yeah. I mean, this song is like one of those like moment songs. I've heard it used for graduations and stuff.
It's actually also really like not old, but it's older than I thought it was. Like this was on Glee, this song. Like that's how long ago. Like, what is that? 6 years? 7 years?
God, Glee was that long ago?
I don't know.
I don't remember. Anyway, what did you think of this performance, Grace?
I mean, Britt is she started off doing jazz and contemporary, so I kind of had high hopes for this. She's cross-trained. Like, I know a lot of the pros are. Whitney and Lindsay both are. This was easily the best jazz dance of the season. I actually really liked it. I thought it felt a little bit more contemporary at times, because they didn't go for, like, the entertainment factor. They went for... I don't know what I was saying. They didn't go for entertainment factor, but... It was easily the best jazz of the season. I'm not all that surprised that he's gone, but yeah.
What about you, Eric? What did you think?
Didn't watch it, but I just know I knew I'm surprised that he didn't make it because Sacred Skaters usually do well on the show. So
not when they're on my team.
Oh, who's on your team as well?
Yeah, they were his top 2. Sky and Johnny were number 1 and 2.
It's your fault, Adam. It's your fault.
But hey, he did better on this. He did better on this show than he did on Masked Singer.
I am the kiss of death on this show. I pick you on my team. Can we just pause for a moment on talking, like, for Reality Hour, how many drafts have I won? I just want to think. I won with Maddie. I won with Lane, and that's it, I think.
Dalton.
Dalton.
Oh, yes, I won with Dalton.
Although
I won
that one,
3 drafts.
He won that one because I was just so happy that he won that year.
No, I won also with I won 4 with the girl on X Factor.
Oh, Megan?
Really bad. Megan with the celebrity.
No,
And
Megan.
then you get to 2020 and you lose both of them.
I got 4 wins. Eric, how many do you have?
1. Plus a golden buzzer technically with Shin Lim, so.
No, that's 2. That's 2. I count that as 2.
I mean, it wasn't a golden buzzer, it was a prediction that I thought Shin Lim was going to win, so.
We count that as golden buzzers. That's
Sure.
so I still got it. I'm still here. My title is still we are number 1.
Obviously, I mean, but keep in mind that which one? Megan from X Factor, I would have predicted the exact same one. So that was down to the coin flip, not because you were actually smarter than me about that one.
Did I pick her first? I don't even remember.
You picked her first only because you won the coin toss. If I had won the coin toss, I would have picked her because that season was so terrible that it was obvious that she was going to win.
I want to rewatch that season. Like,
You don't. No, you don't want to rewatch that season.
It's the greatest talent show in the world. Grace, did you watch it?
The actual X
No.
Factor back when in its heyday was, but no.
Anyway, let's talk Neve and Jenna doing a contemporary. This was, in my opinion, the best dance of the night. I think this was the standout. I think loved the movements. It was enjoyable to watch. It's perfect.
Okay, first off, Matthew wants the draft next season. If there is a next season, because I'm not entirely. I don't know. I mean, we survived Bobby Bones. We survived Sean Spicer. We survived Ty Ty. I mean,
you say survive. She's still here. Like that is
well, no,
over.
That's because we can't vote off the host.
I'm so
So at
sorry.
one point when she was tripping over her words and she was like, pull it together, Tyra. I was like,
that she's had 2 years of hosting America's Got Talent and being at best a mediocre host. At best, if you're being generous, you would call her mediocre.
I just had an idea.
To replace Tom Bergeron, who was one of the best hosts ever was.
We should do a podcast ranking the hosts.
Dermot O'Leary, number 1, Anton Deck.
No, Ryan Seacrest, number 1. Ryan Seacrest, number 1. Tom Bergeron, number 2.
Dermot O'Leary, number 1. Anton Deck, number 2.
Nick Cannon is in the negatives for me. Then Tyra Banks is 1 above him. Then I would put
Nick above Tyra.
Honestly, it's tough after Nick's comments that he's made recently. But, yeah.
I don't know. I would rank all the AGT hosts, but I never watched Regis or Jerry Springer host the show.
Regis
yeah, me neither.
Regis has to be in.
Speaking of Tom Bergeron, I saw his name. Somebody threw it into the hat to be the new host of Jeopardy.
That could work.
That would be good.
I mean, he's done game shows before, although he did Hollywood Squares, which is humorous.
Yeah,
and Jeopardy is not humorous.
The issue with Jeopardy is that there's no chance for him to be funny on that show. It's kind of annoying, but
right.
Yeah.
Somebody started a petition for LeVar Burton, which I approve of. All right, back to Neve.
Back to Neve. Were we still talking about? Did you guys have thoughts on Neve? Grace?
I thought it was fantastic. I mean, I knew it was going to be good because Jenna is a contemporary person as well.
This was the one where they ended on the bench, right?
Yep.
It was the best of the 3. I didn't love it because it's just not my thing, but I could tell that there was actual skill involved in this one. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
A lot of people are hosing him because he has prior dance experience, which I mean.
So do all the figure skaters. So
does Heather Morris. So did all the Fifth Harmony people.
Yes.
Wait, but here's the difference, though. None of them won. Well, Jordan Fisher won, but
it's too late. It's too early to say that Neva's going to win as well. So,
I mean, it would be humorous though because
Nelly is totally going to win.
He picked Carol Baskin before I picked Neve.
She didn't pick Carol Baskin. That's your loss, Grace. You were just highlighting one of my strengths.
This is why you lost.
You built me in 4.
Okay, for one thing, I've watched the show more than you have. That's one reason why you lost. And two, you at some point were just like, the hell with it. I want fun. Give me Carol Baskin.
Look, my name is Team Hot Mess. Like that's how we roll. Anyway.
Oh, people are mad because they haven't mentioned it on the show at any point. All they've mentioned is that he founded Catfish and that he loves his family and he has a lot of chest hair.
Well,
but I hope he wins because he deserves it more than the others do.
I was trying to think of a connection, a way to go into. I was thinking, and speaking of, and then I was thinking, speaking of chest hair, that has nothing to do with Nelly. Anyway, Nelly up next doing a jive. Yeah, this is just it. It's like everyone else is doing the slow emotional song, and then this guy's like, I'm gonna do a really fast dance song.
It's the one style they haven't done yet. That's what it was.
And it's the one style that you don't have to be, that doesn't require to be as good.
I would disagree. I think this is harder than a contemporary.
Really? You think so?
In some ways, it depends. Like
with a contemporary, slow.
If you're not precise, I think that this would be a lot easier.
Yeah.
So, but maybe, I don't know.
What do you think?
This dance was my least favorite of the entire episode. But honestly, I was kind of foreseeing a complete disaster, and it really wasn't.
I liked it. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
My team is dead. This is what I've got, Grace. I gotta take the moments where I can find them, and I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Thumbs up.
He's gotten songs that fit him well throughout the season. Speaking of which,
Eric,
though, I would not be surprised if for his encore next week they force him to do the soul dance again just so they can promote the movie. Again.
How did you change your name? Eric. How did... He will never tell us the secrets of his power.
No, I will not.
Yeah, no.
Otherwise,
every minute for the rest of this episode.
Hashtag team, what is Adam saying? You're just gonna do things. Anyway, we move on.
Caitlin.
Yeah, there he is typing. We got Caitlin and Artem.
And her dead friend story.
First of all, is it just me, but does she get the pimp spot often?
This is not the first time she's had the pimp spot.
It's nepotism. Not even a thing.
It's nepotism.
Is the spot even a thing, or is it just?
I think it's less so since they're doing live voting throughout the show because they get much fewer time because the person who goes first gets 2 extra hours for people to vote for them because nobody wants people to vote for them. Nobody wants to vote for somebody after they perform.
I don't know, but this is my thoughts on Caitlin. Very talented, but I feel nothing.
Exactly.
I just as weird as it is, my eyes, if you put them in a lineup, my eyes are more drawn to Nelly because at least Nelly is kind of a dumpster fire, and that's a little bit more fun.
Yep. This was a really good dance, though, for sure.
I mean, yeah. Look, technically, she's fine. Even more, I would. She's very good. I just am not drawn to these performances. I just.
Mm-hmm. But we get to see the first Artem freestyle next week.
It's why for me, the hot mess season of the X Factor Celebrity is more entertaining than some of the Idol seasons. You know what I mean? At least because I can enjoy the mess of it. And I don't know. I like that more than kind of the lukewarm.
I mean, Matthew, I think, was spot on comparing her to Nastia Lukin. Technically great, but lacks the emotional connection. A lot of the gymnasts are like that, too, because that's how it is. Precision and not as much emotion.
Well, here we are. We lose Johnny. We lose Sky. Justina is saved by the judges. Grace, where do we go from here? What's coming up next? And I want to ask after that, Well, let's go with. Tell me that, and then we'll talk the next question.
Okay, so actually, I don't. The press release for next week has not come out yet.
What are you doing, Eric?
Eric is trolling us from the silence. Okay, so yeah, the press release has not actually been released yet. I'm checking Twitter now. But yeah, nothing press release wise for next week, just yet. However, we have our finalists. We have Neve and Jenna. We have Justina and Sasha, Caitlin and Artem, Johnny and Nelly and Daniela. So I can't even speak right now.
Eric, my God.
So yeah, so here's some kudos. Actually, Jenna's the only one that won the show before, but she won the athlete season, which a lot of people don't count.
Do you
yeah,
count
usually
it?
they.
Do you?
That was only 4 weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 4 weeks.
That doesn't count.
Plus, Adam
count it,
Rippon
Grace?
won the show before it even started.
Well, I like
Oh,
that
yeah.
on, so.
Oh, I love him. But yeah, this is Sasha's third time in the finale. He's the most experienced in the finale. And for Artem and Daniela, this is their first time. And for Daniela, it's her first season. And I think this is the first time a new pro has made the finals on their first season in several years. The last time I can recall was season 7. And like Matthew said earlier, the last time a first season pro won was season 4, and that was Julianne Hough. I don't think it's going to happen again.
Well, here is, I guess, one of the final questions for the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Grace, Eric, who is going to be the winner of this season?
Nelly.
I want to hear your final prediction. We'll go in a circle. Eric, I'll start with you.
Nelly. For the reasons I stated. Go.
I think it should be Neve, but I think it will be Caitlin. Which would suck for the show because we'd have 2 boring bachelorettes that don't deserve it in a row winning.
I don't even remember the other Bachelorette winner. Like, they all kind of
Brown.
run together. I don't know. My winner pick is going to be, I think it's going to be Neve. That is my prediction. So we got Neve, we got Caitlin, and we got Nelly. Poor Justina.
A lot of people want her to win. They just don't think she will. I mean, she was in the bottom 3 this week. So clearly she just doesn't have the fans.
If I come in the last minute and predict the winner, that's just going to be so sad for both of you and so sad for this show. Because even though I say he's going to win, he clearly shouldn't win. But, you know.
It would be fun. I would just.
I don't think it'd be fun.
I'd be here for
deserving winner for 2020.
I'd be here for Grace doing what I did today.
Okay, will this be worse or equal or better than Bobby winning?
I don't even know.
I think it'd be not as bad because I feel like she was more invested in Milo, right?
I wasn't invested in any of them, honestly. I kind of thought after Juan Pablo was eliminated that Milo was just going to be given the trophy regardless of what he did. He was the only one that deserved to win out of the 4. And I still don't understand how Bobby Bones won.
I will say, Matthew, I think Eric is talking ironically, though.
I'm not talking. I mean, I'm not talking ironically. I genuinely do think that he's gonna win. Just based on the fact that he's the only one of the 4 whose name I knew, and I think that does count for something because it means he'll have more fans. And if no one's really that amazing or no one is spectacular, then
yeah, this season really isn't that good talent-wise.
So, I'm not saying it's deserved, but I'm saying that's my guess. So,
Well,
although I have a theory though.
My name may be trolling you, but my winner prediction is not trolling. I promise.
I have a slight theory here. Since Daniela is Pasha's wife and Pasha was Carol Baskin's partner, are maybe some of people that were voting for her now voting for Nelly just to troll us? And that's how he's still there.
The Carol Baskin voters are definitely voting for vote for worse people. 100%.
Did we get to see? Correct me if I'm wrong. My memory is a little hazy. Did we get Carol Baskin doing Roar this season?
No.
What could have been?
Missed
We had
opportunity.
Eye of the Tiger. We had What's New Pussycat. We had The Lion King.
Roar if she lasted this long.
Grace, what could have
We would've
been?
by now.
That's
We
all
would've
I
by
can
now.
say. That's such a perfect song for her.
Well, I mean, I don't like that song because it's ripping off Brave by Sarah Bareilles. It's like to the T, but whatever.
Anyway, Grace, any final thoughts? Eric, any final thoughts? Any last minute things you want to discuss?
Well, okay, I don't have music, but next week it's usually an encore and then the freestyle. I'm going to call it right now. Nellie's freestyle is going to be hot in here.
Good. Is he going to be
It's
singing
getting
himself?
hot
Or
in
is it going to be a
And he
cover?
actually is going to be performing on the show at some point. I don't know what he's going to be singing, but he is going to be singing.
Hey,
Oh,
must be the money.
He already did that. That was week 1. Because he's performing on the American Music Awards too, which I'm not watching. And Derek and Haley are going to be in the Disney Holiday Sing-Along that is airing
Oh.
after Dancing with the Stars.
That's going to be the proposal.
Maybe. I don't even remember what they're singing because I looked it up. It's all Disney songs and Christmas songs.
Wait, Derek's singing?
Derek can sing. He was in Hairspray Live.
Fun fact, he was also in Harry Potter.
I saw that.
Yeah. Him and Julianne were both in Harry Potter as like
Okay,
little
yeah.
kids, as like
Okay.
10-year-olds.
Yeah, Derek and Haley are
story.
singing Hey Santa and Jingle Bells, and Julianne is singing Whistle While You Work and Let It Snow.
Oh, I love that song. That's
And
one of
Adam
my
Lambert
Ripcord
is
songs.
singing too.
Wait, Adam Lambert?
Yeah, he's on the Disney Holiday Sing-Along.
What's
He's
he
doing
singing?
Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Ugh, why does it be a Christmas song? First of
Because
all,
it's a holiday sing-along, Eric.
It could have been
do
Oh
it.
Holy Night. Yeah, that is weird, actually.
Derek and Haley are performing on the finale as well. Yeah, I saw that.
Anyway, anything else, guys? Any other anything? Bueller?
I hope Neve wins. I hope he does. I don't think he will.
Didn't you predict who was going to? Oh no, that was Adam who predicted who was going to win.
I think Caitlin's going to win, but I think Neve should win.
Okay.
All
Team
right.
Les is going to survive in spirit.
Well, on that note, I will say I'm Adam Samuel. I can't even talk. I run my website, adamsoapbox.com. Follow me on Twitter at adamsoapbox. I think I said that already. My YouTube channel is Adam Samuel. You won't be able to find it. Just
If you type Adam Samuel book reviews, you will.
you will. Have you looked at any of my reviews?
No, I haven't watched them. I don't read. I'll watch your review though of whichever Bobby Bones book you pick.
God. Anyway, where can we find you, Grace?
Reality2_Grace on Twitter. I am also a judge on a fantasy game that Matthew runs on Twitter called Dancing with the Stars Showdown. It's at DWTS Showdown on Twitter. And I was going to be AJ McLean on the upcoming season until we decided to redo season 29, which I guess that means Jeannie Mai is not co-hosting either. So now I am playing Jensen Arnold, who is Lindsay's sister, a future Dancing with the Stars pro.
Well, where can we find you, Eric?
Typing right now. You can find me on Twitter, Eric_Asher. I troll occasionally, but I don't always. And yeah, I don't really feel like I've earned the right to promote myself after this episode. So I'm just gonna say goodbye, everybody. And I've enjoyed watching you guys the past several weeks.
Thank you.
And I'm very excited to do our season it's to 2020 year in review and put this year's crappy shows behind us and look forward to Idol. We'll have a full schedule next year starting in February, which is awesome, which means we're going to have an actual good amount of live shows this year. Fingers freaking crossed. So
Hopefully. Well, look, that's kind of the schedule, I think, for Reality Hour. I think we're going to be doing our live shows. I'm sure we'll find something else to also fill the gap in. Then we will be back for American Idol.
So
Maybe we should do a podcast about like hosts.
that's one of them. That will be definitely one of them.
Well, I want to say, Grace, it was Grace and Eric, both of you. It was fun podcasting. Grace, I hope you enjoy that crown because hopefully, not again. I will win all the drafts. They're all mine, every draft.
There were a lot of shenanigans going on with this draft. Lots of I don't even know how to make it funny. I can't. Sorry.
It's hard with Dancing with the Stars though, because at least with Idol, like you get to watch most of them perform for a few weeks. Like Dancing with the Stars, we kind of went in cold. But like I said, I have watched the show more than he has. So I think that might have given me a leg up.
The vote is rigged. The judges are rigging the vote.
Oh, don't even go all Donald Trump on us.
All right, guys, this was fun. We will be back next week for our finale podcast. Until then, stay safe, wear your seatbelt, and hugs, not drugs, and any other cliches
no hugs,
you can think
COVID.
of. All right, no hugs.
Wear a mask.
Wear a mask. There you go. Deuces. Thanks, everyone, for watching.
Good night.